today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
On a warm, late summer afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they, too, were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the San Francisco offense as they are led out by their quarterback, the man known as Jimmy G. That's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there he is, the man known as Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo, who I thought had a really nice year in 2019. So close to culminating with a Super Bowl title. Accurate with the football, completed nearly 70% of his passes, which was fourth best in the NFL. Nearly 4,000 yards through the air with a team that runs the ball with great efficiency. 27 touchdowns, but in the Super Bowl, didn't quite make the plays they needed down the stretch. But remember, some big wins last year at New Orleans, at Seattle in Week 17, 2 playoff wins. He's continuing to develop as one of the better ascending players in the league.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Garoppolo. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk, and it's third and short.
It's third down and 2 yards to go.
Now Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
To George Kittle.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running left, Coleman on the toss. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. It's a foot race. The 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. David Irving, who went undrafted in 2015, continuing to prove his NFL worth with a sack.
Yeah, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun, Garoppolo. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Well, he started his season the way that everyone wants to start their season, with an absolute bang. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Let's see where he goes from here.
Set the bar high. Week 2, we'll see what he can do. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. And some space here. Bell sheds him off. Sheds us, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now 1st quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all. Of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
Here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 point. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the toss to Bell running right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Set to kick off.
And there's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
9-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
29-yard line.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Terrell Basham in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Crowder. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. D.D. Westbrook His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now.
49ers 3. Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Niners set to take over on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
18 on the play.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Ball carrier. Quinnen Williams on the stop.
21-3 is your score after 1.
With the score, Jets 21, 49ers 3.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. There's Garoppolo to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Crowder now to return. And shedding through the tackle. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell, and he's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing, and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it'll be second down.
But Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a first-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited. Their quarterback. He won't get hit as much, and that should improve the rest of the offense as well.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Going for it all. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. D.D. Westbrook with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Niner offense coming back out there. Tevin Coleman leading the way. He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble, because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Richie James on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Terrell Basham picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? To throw, it's Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
Jimmy Garoppolo sacked. Quarterback play. Recovered by the offense.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And it's fielded at the 34. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
5-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's James. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
7-yard line.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass intended for Brandon.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yards to go.
Garoppolo now completes it to the tight end Kittle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
14.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20.
All you got to do is look and learn.
5,
Look and learn, baby.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown.
Touchdown.
This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick 6 there. It's in danger of being over before halftime.
And that's going to be a major league test for both of these teams, because, look, you feel like you've got this thing locked up, right? But on the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speeches, forget adjustments. What kind of pride do they have to start the second half?
And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
Now second and
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference? Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Jets have recovered.
the quarterback taken down and
he was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now this offense led by D.D. Westbrook trotting back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else?
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder in the final seconds of the first half. And his Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Terry connecting on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in week 2. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll stay right here in the Sunshine State and head up to Tampa to check on the Bucs. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Christian McCaffrey has a touchdown there. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26.
The Jets take over first and 10. At their own.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's forced out left. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. For Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The pass.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
46-yard.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jordan Reed there to make the grab. And this offense continues to pour it on. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The 25-yard line.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It's a gain of 23.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Here we go. What do you need? Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go.
Garoppolo on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of
That
8.
last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Ball carrier.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Here's Coleman.
31-yard.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Tevin Coleman, the ball carrier.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Jets have recovered.
Tevin Coleman, the ball carrier.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll give this to Bell. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Le'Veon Bell.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 71 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. And this has been a game of contrast somewhat, as you see. He's had success moving the ball on the ground. That fumble on the last drive, though, that's now 2 that he's lost in this game.
And that's where it really hurts. It makes things difficult on a coach because you mentioned the success he's having, yet if he keeps turning it over, it negates all of that success. Take care of the football, and he's headed for a big game.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
26, Tevin.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a first down carry by Bell. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's the backup Darnold. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Witherspoon on the coverage.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Jets, a
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
And the Jets are going to be looking at a first and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now James returning. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. They shakes him off. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Here's James. And able to get this out to the 25. The Niner offense coming back out there. Tevin Coleman leading the way. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
a good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
at the 30.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
A loss of 7 yards.
that right now. That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. To throw is Garoppolo. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own.
New York set to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well